We are back at Daytona International Speedway, still in the early laps here of the ARCA Pro2Call 200, the first of 21 events on the $3 million ARCA Tour for the year 2000. And there is last year's winner. Car number 5, the Kuwait Casino's driver, Bobby Gerhardt. He waited 12 years and 113 starts to get his first ever ARCA victory, and it came here 1 year ago. Let's meet Bobby in today's ARCA Spotlight.
My career has kind of been upside down. I started with running some Winston Cup races. My hero was definitely my father. There's no question about that. Every driver here has to have somebody to go to. And in that case, I'm fortunate enough that it's my brother. How do I address fear? I think the thing I fear is fear itself. Having Daytona embedded right here, I can always reach back and know that that's the kind of day I can have.
And indeed, Bobby had waited a long time. They talk about Daytona being for dreamers. Well, his dream came true here a year ago. Started on the outside front row and won this race here at Daytona. All right, let's check in with Ray Dunlap. Ray?
Well, Jerry, they brought the MBNA Chevy back here, and Dale Earnhardt, you've had a chance to look this race car over. It looks like mostly cosmetic damage.
Well, it is, but when he was trying to get going out there on the slick grass, I think we tore the transmission up, so they're going to have to change the transmission, and the radiator's got a hole in it, and the front fascia's tore up pretty bad. So we're going to try to see if we can't patch it up within a couple laps here and get him some time on the racetrack. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but got a new sponsor, NBNA. We sure would like to give him a little bit of track time anyway. I was hoping we'd get him a lot more time than that, and so maybe some Victory Lane time, but it didn't work out. But we really appreciate NBNA coming on board and helping us out down here at Daytona. Kerry's first effort in ARCA is a little bit short from what we had in Atlanta with Hornaday, but we'll try them again maybe at Charlotte or somewhere.
Whenever the car goes on the hook, they have to take the driver to the infield care center. Have you heard from him? Everything okay?
Yeah, we was talking to him, and I was trying to help him out on how to get going out there on that slick grass, but he said the transmission was out of it or something, so probably popped it in gear while it was still going in another direction. Yeah, I don't know, but we'll be okay. Like I say, if we can get him a little track time, it'd be really good.
Okay, back to green flag racing.
And Kirk Shelburne will lead him down, Benny, and we mentioned he was not leading when they came around for the caution flag, and there's a good reason he's back up front right now.
Because they don't race back to the line under caution flag conditions. Kirk Shelburne backed off. 4 cars did not. They passed him. The ARCA officials put him back in front where he truly belonged.
And in the ARCA rules, you are only allowed to race back to the caution flag in the last 10 laps to protect your position. Now, we had a number of pit stops during this caution, this lengthy caution. Let's check in on an update. Here's Bill Weber.
Well, first of all, the 66 car, Bob Strait, came down pit road. Basically, they just had to make some really wholesale changes there. They were very, very loose. They got 4 tires and fuel, made a track bar adjustment, adjusted the tire pressure, took tape off the nose, and then they had to go to the end of the line because they blended. They came above the blend line when he exited pit road, so that's problems for him. The 75 basically has no go in the draft. Tremendous aerodynamic problems. They changed the cowl and the air cleaner during that stop to see if that would help. The 52 car, remember, this is a backup car and a backup motor. They don't believe they have enough power to win. They pit every time they can under caution to try and do it on fuel mileage. Then they're going to hope they get a green flag situation at the end of the race.
Starting to heat up front is Kurt Shelburne. Has about a car length advantage over last year's winner, Bobby Gerhardt. That is Frank Kimmel, the 1998 ARCA champion, back in 3rd spot.
Frank Kimmel tried to take a look, and Bobby Gerhardt tried to take a look the last time down the backstretch on the leader, Kurt Shelburne.
That is Shauna Robinson, by the way, right behind this car of Kimmel. She is all the way up in 4th position. Take a look at our Circuit City onboard telemetry. Frank Kimmel's Advanced Auto Parts Chevrolet.
And Shauna dives down to the inside. Kimmel goes down to block that spot. Here comes Gerhardt once again. And Kimmel goes to the outside.
Gerhardt, the car number 5, last year's winner. Frank Kimmel, a champion 2 years ago. Now they're chasing Kirk Shelburne, today's pole sitter, and only a 2-time winner in ARCA competition. Won last October at Charlotte. He won the year before in the spring at Atlanta.
position. Shauna Robinson is now third.
Kyle Petty and Bobby Gerhart isn't careful. He's going to get shuffled out of the draft.
Yeah, he'll just get shuffled to the back of the pack here, and then he'll have to get back in line. But what's happening is, if you see these first 2 or 3 cars, then the next 4 or 5 are running side by side. There's a pack all the way back to 15th that's running some pretty decent speeds that seem to be catching up. And the problem is, now all of a sudden you've got a pack of 5 or 6 cars that all of a sudden become a pack of 15 cars.
Ronnie Hornaday back in the 7th position. And here comes Andy Hillenberg on the inside of Shauna. He and Dan Farnes hooking up. 39 is Hillenberg, 42 is Farnes. That blue and yellow car back there is Robert Burrows. I see Bob Johnson is working on that car. Bob Johnson's been around NASCAR Winston cars for a long, long time, and looks like he has brought some expertise and some speed to Robert Burrows.
Robert Burrows only his 2nd ever ARCA start. Ran All-Pro for about 4 or 4.5 years. Super late model driver. Showing pretty well back in 7th spot right now. Now they mix it up side by side. That's Andy Hillenberg in the car number 39. 2-time ARCA champion and a 2-time winner here at Daytona.
Once again on board the Ronnie Hornaday III, as he tries his best to close up on the back bumper of Shauna Robinson. Here comes Gerhart back to the inside.
All right, Andy Hillenberg's roof camera. Discount Auto Parts Chevy looking at Shauna Robinson there back in 3rd spot. Hillenberg himself in 4th position.
You hear him lifting a little bit right through there. Just easing up out of it just a little bit. You see Shauna pull away, but that's pretty strange for him to be lifting right in that section of the racetrack.
Now Ronnie Hornaday trying to make a move and be able to get by the 5 car of Gerhart. Leaders left side of your screen, but they are side by side for position. Gerhart and Hornaday, the veteran and the rookie. That is for 6th position.
Go outside. Go outside, Bobby.
See, Bobby Gerhart did not lift when he went down in turn 3 that
Go
time.
outside.
Ronnie Hornaday spotter telling him that, I guess
Go outside.
I'm sorry, that's the 5 car Gerhart sponsor telling him that Hornaday is still on the outside.
But as we watch these 2 guys race, you know, for 6th and 7th position, just as they pan back a little bit, that's a 15th place car of Landon Amick right out the corner of the screen there. So these guys have caught up. So now all of a sudden this becomes a larger pack.
Remember, Landon Amick, one of those 3 cars that had to go to the back of the field because he made an engine change. So he's come all the way into the top 15.
Yeah, he's done an incredible job coming from the back. He's kind of caught this pack and tried to ride behind him a little bit over the last 3 or 4 laps just to watch and see what's going on. And but he's got a pretty fast race car.
That is 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th on your screen right there. The Lucas car, Chevy of Ronnie Hornaday. And right on his back bumper, you see that big Taurus emblem giving him a shove.
Wow, that's David Keith in the 95 car. Wow. Started back in 24th position.
David Keith is a 2-time pole winner last year, won the race at Michigan after sitting on the pole with a new track record. Now Hornaday pulling away slightly, about a couple of car lengths from David Keith. There's the leader, Kirk Shelmerdine, in the car number 3. Behind him is the 46 of Frank Kimmel. Then comes the 8 car of Shauna Robinson, and the 39 of Hillenberg, and the 42 of Danny Parnas. 27 of 80 laps are complete here at Daytona. Back with more in just a moment.